Have you ever thought about starting a business, having your own business, but stopped because you thought it was too difficult? That you needed to know how to program, hire someone in technology, invest thousands of dollars, or understand digital marketing? Well, let me tell you something. This barrier is over. Artificial intelligence has arrived to change the game, and it's not just for those who understand code. Today, any woman can create a digital business from scratch, alone, using AI, without any technical experience. And the best part, this movement is happening right now, in silence. While most still think that AI is for nerds, there is a new generation of women building profitable companies from home, in their spare time, with tools so simple that you just need to type a sentence and magic happens. Does it seem too good to be true? I understand. I thought that too at first. But in this video, I'll show you exactly how this process works and how you can start today with what you have in your hands. Now, before continuing, let me ask you, have you ever felt like you're falling behind? That the market is changing too quickly and you don't know how to keep up? That everyone seems to be learning about AI, automation, innovation, while you're still trying to understand the basics? If you've ever felt this, take a deep breath. You are not alone. Thousands of women are exactly at this stage. And that's why this video is so important, because what I'm going to show you here does not require technology training, does not require high investment, and does not require you to be an expert in anything. What it requires, yes, is a willingness to change. It's about wanting to use this AI revolution to transform your life, your career, and your financial freedom. And let me tell you something that no one is talking about. Companies, the big players in the market, are already using these tools. They know the power that AI has to generate profit with less effort. And meanwhile, most people haven't even started yet. This creates a huge opportunity for those who act now. And I'm not talking about a vague, generic opportunity. I'm talking about use tools that create websites, digital products, content, visual identity, videos, and even entire presentations with AI. All this with a few clicks, without knowing how to program, and most importantly, without having to depend on anyone. I know it sounds magical, but it's real, and ordinary women like you and me are already doing it. So if you've always dreamed of having a business, but didn't know where to start, this is the moment. This is the chance. Stay with me until the end of this video, because I'm going to show you the most powerful tools, the simplest step-by-step, and even give you a special bonus so you can start building your business with AI today. And in the end, I will reveal a truth about the digital market that perhaps no one has told you yet, but that could completely change the way you see your career. Now that you understand that yes, it is possible to create a business with AI even without knowing how to program, let's talk about what is really happening out there, in the real world, in the job market, in companies. Because this will show you why you need to act now. Artificial intelligence is advancing in ways that no one expected. While we are still trying to adapt, it is already being used to automate processes, create content, develop websites, take care of customer service, generate reports, create marketing strategies, and even replace creative professionals. And you know what's scarier? It's just that many people still believe that this will not affect their lives. That having a steady job guarantees stability. That opening a business is too risky. That artificial intelligence is just a fad. But the data shows otherwise. According to the World Economic Forum, 85 million jobs could disappear by 2025 because of automation and AI. But at the same time, more than 97 million new roles could emerge, especially for those who know how to use technology to their advantage. And that's where the danger lies, and the opportunity. Because those who don't adapt will be left behind. But who get ahead? You will surf this wave of transformation. I know all of this may seem far from your reality right now, but let me give you a very practical example. Did you know that today, with a tool called Durable, can you create a complete website in less than 30 seconds? Without programming, without hiring anyone, without spending a fortune on design or development. You just need to write the name of your business, a brief description, and that's it. In seconds, you have a website with a professional layout, optimized text, and ready to attract customers. Another example, the Looka is a tool that creates your brand's entire visual identity, logo, color palette, typography, all based on your style. In other words, the barriers that prevented so many women from entrepreneurship, such as cost, time, technical knowledge, are falling apart. And the crazy thing is that this revolution is happening in silence. Because while you're here watching this video and thinking, is this for me? There are other people, including those with no training, no experience, and scared like you, creating their first businesses and making money with digital products, mentoring, consultancy, info products, services, and even automated virtual stores. I've seen incredible stories of women who started using AI without knowing anything about technology. One of them, for example, used a combination of AI to create its company's branding in a weekend. With Looka, she created the logo. With Okoya, she scheduled an entire week of posts for Instagram. With Tom, she created a beautiful presentation to send to clients. And the most impressive thing, she did all this from her cell phone. The truth is that AI is democratizing entrepreneurship. In the past, to open a business, you needed capital, a team, a structure. Today, you just need internet and desire. But calm down. I know you might be thinking, okay, but what if I don't have a business idea? What if I'm afraid of starting and going wrong? What if I'm not good with social media? I understand these doubts. In fact, they are exactly the same ones I had. And that's why I'm here, to show you that there's a way, a step-by-step, and that you don't need to be ready, perfect, or know everything. You just need to start. What's more, you don't have to go it alone. There is a community growing every day, made up of women like you, who decided not to wait for the market to swallow their dreams, who are learning in practice how to turn AI into a powerful ally. And let me tell you one more secret. Big companies already know that AI is the future. They are rushing to train their teams, automate processes, cut costs. And anyone who doesn't know how to use these tools will be replaced by those who do. Now, imagine that instead of being replaced, you are the person who understands how this all works, who masters tools such as MixO to create irresistible landing pages in seconds, who knows how to use Lumen 5 to transform ideas into videos ready to post on social networks. That generates professional narrations with voice mod, even if I don't like my own voice. You go from spectator to protagonist. It's not about being a programmer. It's not about becoming a technique. It's about using what already exists intelligently to create a business that gives you autonomy, freedom, and income. And the best part, all of this is possible with free tools or with super affordable plans. The only thing that separates those who are taking advantage of this from those who are still stuck is action. So if you're feeling that anxiety of how do I fit into all this, hold on tight, because in the next block, I'll show you exactly how to get started. I'll give you one clear, simple, and direct plan to set up your first business with AI, even if you've never created anything before. And if you stay with me until the end, you'll even get a bonus, a checklist with the tools that I used myself and that you can apply to your project today. Now that you understand the impact of artificial intelligence and why waiting is no longer an option, it's time to put together your action plan. A clear and simple path to creating a 100% digital business using AI, even if you've never done it before, even if you don't know how to program, and even if you're still full of doubts. Let's go in parts. The first step is to choose a niche. And here's the truth. You don't need a great idea. You just need to solve a real problem. Think about what you know how to do, what people always ask you for help with, or what you are interested in. It could be something like organization for mothers, productivity for women who work from home, healthy eating, conscious fashion, emotional self-care, or personal development. The important thing is to focus on something you understand, something that connects with you. A good business starts by solving someone's problem, and this may be simpler than you think. With the niche defined, the second step is to create the basic structure of your business with AI tools. This is the part that used to be the most difficult, expensive, and time-consuming. But now, with AI, everything has changed. You can start creating a professional website in minutes. With a tool called Durable, just write the name of your business, quickly describe what you do, and that's it. Artificial intelligence automatically generates a website with ready-to-use design, text, and structure. It's like hiring an entire team of developers and designers without having to pay for it. If you prefer to validate your idea with something even simpler, you can use Mixoo. It creates a complete landing page with just one sentence, ideal for those who want to start capturing leads or promoting a service quickly. Then, you can create your business's visual identity with Looka. With this tool, you choose a style, answer a few simple questions, and the AI generates your logo, color palette, typography, and the entire visual basis of your brand. All this without having to hire a designer or spend hours trying to put something together from scratch. With your digital and visual presence defined, it's time to create content and products using artificial intelligence. This is one of the most powerful parts because it allows you to climb effortlessly. If you want to start with a social media presence, use Okoya. This platform automatically generates texts for posts, images, captions with hashtags, and even allows you to schedule everything in an editorial calendar. In just a few hours, you can have weeks of content ready for Instagram, LinkedIn, or Facebook. If you need to put together a presentation to sell your service, make a pitch, or even create a class, use Tome app. Just type in the main points you want to present, and the AI turns it into a visual, professional presentation with an engaging narrative. Now, if you want to create videos, but don't want to appear, there's a solution too. Lumen 5 transforms texts into videos with subtitles, soundtrack, and supporting images. You can turn a post, article, or script into a video ready to publish. And if you want to add narration to your videos but don't like your voice or don't want to record, VoiceMod has you covered. It generates narrations with realistic female voices that sound natural and engaging. You write the text, choose the voice, and the tool does the rest. With all this ready, it's time to monetize. Here, You don't need to complicate things. Start with a simple digital product. It could be an ebook with practical tips, a mini course recorded on slides and narrated with AI, or a service such as mentoring, social media, or consultancy. The important thing is not to have something perfect. It is to put your offer out into the world, validate it with the public, and improve it over time. Remember, the best product is the one that solves a real problem quickly and affordably. Once you have your product, start selling. Use your social networks, WhatsApp groups, online communities. Start small. Over time, you can automate the process with email sending tools like MailerLite or Sendinblue. And to sell and deliver your products, you can use platforms like Stan Store or Hotmart. If you want, you can also create a simple portfolio with all your offers using Notion or Linktree, creating a digital showcase for your brand. The biggest advantage of all this is that you can build this structure at your own pace. You don't have to do everything in one day. You just need to start, one step at a time. Create your website, then your brand, then your content, next your product, and then your first sales. When you least realize it, you will have a complete business running efficiently without needing a team, without knowing how to program, and with complete autonomy. And if you've made it this far, you've probably already realized that this business model is not only possible, it's inevitable. Because artificial intelligence is no longer a trend. It is the new basis of modern entrepreneurship. In the next block, I'll show you why waiting can be your biggest mistake. And as those who act now still have a huge advantage over those who will only discover this when it is too late. Now let me tell you something that few people have the courage to say clearly. Everything I've shown you so far, the tools, the strategies, the step-by-step instructions for creating a business with AI, does work. Yes, it is available, but there is one detail that will make all the difference in your results: the time in which you decide to act. Most people believe they can wait, that you can watch more videos, research more, take more courses, think a little more, and while they think, analyze, study, other people are taking exactly the actions that you are putting off. And these people are taking up the space. They are winning over the public. They are selling. They are creating authority. And do you know what happens to those who take too long to join a movement that is growing? Arrives late. And those who arrive late pay more, have less return, find more competition, need to make much more effort to achieve the same result that others achieved with much less. This is the ideal time to enter the market with AI. Not in a month, not when you have it all figured out. And now, because now there is still space. Now there is still an advantage. Now there is still time to test, make mistakes, adjust and grow. The big turning point is understanding that every new technology has a cycle, and artificial intelligence is at the height of its development phase. Initial opportunity. It is the moment when few dominate, but many are curious. The moment when there is interest, but there is not yet saturation, where you can position yourself as a reference, even starting from scratch. But this cycle changes quickly. With the speed at which AI is spreading, what is currently an advantage will become an obligation. And what seems innovative today will become minimum expected. The tools that impress customers today will become standard. And the people who are building their audiences now, with consistency, will be the voices most heard tomorrow. Anyone who waits to enter this game will be just another person trying to stand out in a crowd. Whoever enters now has the chance to lead, to stand out, to build something with a solid foundation, while the market is still organizing itself. And if you think this is an exaggeration, let me give you some concrete information. In the last 6 months, the number of new digital businesses using AI tools has doubled. In some niches, it tripled. Every day, more content creators emerge, more experts, more digital products being launched with the help of artificial intelligence. And the trend is clear. This growth will continue to accelerate over the next 2 years. This means that if you start today, you are still on top of the wave. But if you wait another 6 months, you may be trying to swim against the tide. Because the competition will be greater, the public will be more demanding, and the costs will be higher. And it's not just about business. It's about a career. Companies are hiring professionals with AI skills. They are reformulating teams, training people to operate with automation, reducing the number of repetitive functions. Those who do not understand the basics of artificial intelligence will have more difficulty staying in the market. Now think with me. What if you could be among the first in your niche? Among those who master the tools, who use AI with strategy, who generate results without depending on an agency, a team, or high investments. That's the difference between acting now and waiting, between building something lightly and with a long-term vision, or rushing afterwards trying to keep up with those who started before. Maybe you're wondering, but what if I make a mistake? What if I start and everything goes wrong? What if I can't maintain it? And I answer you with another question. What if you don't do anything? What if a year from now you look back and realize that you could have started, but didn't have the courage? That could be selling, impacting, growing, but chose to wait. Making mistakes is part of it. Start small too. Nobody starts out knowing everything, but only those who start learn, and only those who learn evolve. There's no perfect time. There is a moment when you decide that you already know enough to take the first step, and that moment is now. And I want to tell you clearly, if you've made it this far in this video, you're already past the doubt phase. You don't need any more information. You need action, of execution, to put into practice what you already know. It doesn't matter if it's a simple website, a small ebook, a course recorded on your cell phone, a service that you offer with the support of the tools you saw here. The important thing is that you move. Because movement generates clarity, action generates trust, and the sooner you act, the faster you will gain experience, feedback, visibility, and results. Scarcity is not just about time. It is also in prepared people. The market is full of people wanting to position themselves, but few really master AI tools. Few know how to use this to their business advantage. Few have the courage to take the first step while everyone is still thinking. And that's exactly why this is your chance to get ahead. The ideal time is not when everything is perfect. The ideal time is when you understand that you already have enough to start. And that moment is now. In the next block, I will show you how to stay focused, how not to get lost along the way, and how to transform this beginning into a sustainable, intelligent, and profitable business with the help of AI. And I'm also going to leave you with a suggestion for practical action that you can do today, before the day is over. If you've made it this far, it means you're ready, not to know everything, but ready to choose a new path and start walking in it. Because success does not come from those who know more. It comes from those who do the most, who acts, from those who don't wait for anyone's permission to build their own future. If you've made it this far, congratulations. In truth, because most people don't reach it. Most stop at the first minute, at the first obstacle, at the first doubt. but you stayed. You watched, reflected, and probably saw yourself in everything we've talked about so far. This shows one important thing. You are looking for something different. You want to build something of your own. A more authentic, lighter, smarter professional path. And this already puts you ahead of many people who are still stuck in the idea that success only comes with a diploma, years of experience, or luck. You already understand that artificial intelligence can be a great ally. That she is not here to steal your space, but to free you from repetitive tasks, overwork, and dependence on other people. You've seen how it's possible to set up a business from scratch using simple, intuitive tools, without having to program, without having to invest heavily, and most importantly, without having to wait for everything to be perfect. You learned that there is a clear strategy, a viable step-by-step, that there are tools like Durable, Mixo, Looka, Okoya, Lumen 5, Tome, and VoiceMod that facilitate every part of your journey as a digital entrepreneur, and that these tools are at your fingertips right now. But more than the tools, what I want you to take away from this video is the mindset. Because what separates those who stand still from those who transform their reality is attitude. It's action. It's the ability to look at what you have today, use what you already know, and build the next step with what's available. And yes, you may still feel insecure. You may think that there is still a lot left to do. But let me remind you of one thing. All the people who got to where you want to be started from exactly the same place you are now. With doubts, with fears, with limitations, afraid of not being able to handle it. But they decided to start anyway. They took one step, then another, and over time, they gained confidence, clarity, and results. And this could be your path too. From now on, you have two options. The first is to close this video, let the impulse pass, and continue waiting for the ideal moment. That may never come. The second is to decide that today is the day you start building your business with AI. And your first step can be something simple. You can now access one of the tools I showed and test it. Create a website on Durable. Create a visual identity on Looka. Make a post on Okoya. Record a video with Lumen 5. Or even put together a presentation with Tome. You can start small. The important thing is to get out of theory and into practice. And if you want extra help, I prepared a checklist with all these tools, with usage tips and direct links so you can start applying them. Just access the link that is here in the video description. Free, fast, practical, a gift from me to you who made it to the end. Now, before closing, I want to invite you to a challenge. Right here in the comments, what business idea would you like to put into practice with the help of artificial intelligence? It could be an embryonic idea. It could be something you've tried in the past, or something you just thought of watching this video. It doesn't matter. What matters is declaring. Put it out. Show that you are committed to this movement. And if you don't have an idea yet, comment like this: I'm ready. The only thing left is the idea, because I will read all the comments, and I can even use the themes that arise to create the next videos here on the channel. We are building this journey together, and your participation is essential. If you want more step-by-step videos with tutorials on the tools I mentioned here, with ideas for digital products, or even with strategies for selling using AI, take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel now. Activate the bell, because in the next few weeks I will launch a complete series on how to create, launch, and scale digital businesses with artificial intelligence, especially for women who are just starting out. Oh, and there's one more thing. In the next video, I will reveal what the 5 easiest types of digital products to create and sell using AI, even if you've never sold anything online before. Products you can create in less than a week, at zero cost, using only free or low-cost tools. If this topic makes sense to you, don't miss it. As soon as you finish this video, click on the link here or in the description to watch the continuation. Today we are experiencing one of the greatest revolutions in professional history. Artificial intelligence is changing the way we work, learn, undertake, create. And whoever understands this first will come out ahead. You already understand. Now you just have to decide whether you want to be among those observing this revolution or among those leading this new market. I hope you choose to lead because you can, because you deserve it, and because the world needs more women building with courage, intelligence, and vision. See you in the next video. And don't forget to comment below. What's your next step? Until then.